Hello, thanks for joining me again. This is the third drawing in the timber joint series. The more you draw, the better you get. Don't worry if your drawings look rough at first. Here is a really speeded up, just freehand rough sketch, which is really the point. All the designing occurs like this. What if we had two pieces of timber and they're crossing over? This is a framing joint. What I really want is for them to meet level. Because they're level, I could nail a piece of timber to the front. So we'll probably start, as we always do, with a 10mm border and a title block. This is a cross halving joint. Before we start, I need you to put some marks on your splat. Go half the length on the left, right, and half up on the vertical. Here's your starting point, guys. We're going to go 40mm from the edge of the page and up from the edge 70mm. On that starting point, draw half length vertical, half to the left. Now copy both those lines again. Copy that one, front one there, and that one we'll copy up there. This is the end grain of what will be a piece of timber. So I've ghosted in there for you. You may be able to just see these 3 points are where we're going to start our lines, and they'll be in that direction, one splat length long. We're using the right splat. So we'll draw one there, 2, 3 lines. Now I'm not going to end it there. I'm going to extend this to be 2 splat lengths long. So we'll just extend all of those 3 lines in the same direction. Now let's draw the far end of the piece of timber with a vertical and a left splat. Boom. Great. A little bit of grain always runs along the length of the timber, and end grain looks something like that. Here I'm talking about putting a mark in the middle, right there. You can see 2 lines. Those 2 lines are half a splat apart, but you have to try and centre them around about the middle if you can. So I'm going to draw a line out that direction, 1 splat, and from that other line, which is half a splat length away, connect the ends, which should be in that direction. I've erased a line there, and from those 3 points, I'm dropping straight down. I'm going to drop down half a splat length to there, and one at the back. You could use the edge of the splat if you want. I've used the centre. If you join those up, it should be on that angle, and if you join those 2, it should be on the left splat angle if everything's going well. If it's not, just keep drawing. You'll get better with more practice. All right, raising some lines there. Now here I'm extending. I'm using that as a cheat. I'm going to extend with a very light line those all the way through. I'm going to skip over my piece of wood here because it saves me erasing those lines I've drawn through there. Now, that's the direction, but we don't know how long they are. Remember, these ones are 1 splat long, so I'm going to measure that. All the edges on the splat are the same length from those blips on the bottom. So having done that, I'm now darkening them in, drawing the end of that piece of wood, just fits. I'm dropping down my half splat length, and then I'm coming back. Super well done if you followed me up to there. Don't forget there's lots of different ways to draw. You'll probably find your own. Here's an exploded sketch that I've done. I've cut half out of each and we're going to put those notches together. So let's get started on the exploded drawing. Come across 60 and up roughly 10. That's my starting point. I'm going to repeat that piece there. So I'll speed this up, but it's exactly the same as you did before. We started off with those 2 lines, and then remember we repeated them. That was, what do we call it? The end grain. Those 3 points we extend out. Extend out again. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to use a rule. Now that I've got the direction set, I'm going to guess the direction on that one and guess that one. All I need is the length. So we have the length on the bottom. I'm just going to come up, and where those two lines cross over, that's the end, and that's the point where I'll take that angle back. Now I can darken in the completed drawing. So that's a little bit of a speed up for you. You'll learn lots of tricks like that as you go along. Here's the halfway point. I'm going to put that distance, the half splat length, a quarter of it each side. So I've got two marks there that are a half splat length apart. I'm going to come straight up or vertical halfway between those two lines, and the same on that one. Goes straight up, not on an angle. This one is on an angle. Goes across there and join them up. When I erase that line that you won't see, there's a little bit missing, and it goes from that corner. Which it will be, left or right? Can you see? If you said left, you're right. Because it gets less light, I'll do some lines to simulate some shadow under there. Now we're going to go from that blip straight down one splat length. And again, from the blip in that side, going straight down. Now when I join those two up, that line is directly beneath that gap. I'm going to come half a splat length that way as well. So this is a flat square that we're drawing, hanging in the air. At this stage, copy that line to there. So that square that I've drawn is directly underneath that notch that we've cut out. And that's going to help us line up our piece of timber below. Here goes. Grab a rule and draw a light line along there. Always draw your light lines longer than you need them. There we go. I'm going to start from that point there and come forward one splat length and one from there. That's going to be the end of the piece of wood. Let's do the same in the other end. Let's go one splat length and the same there. That piece of timber will end behind the other one. So we're not going to darken in all of that line, just the piece we can see. Now I'll come back and firm in on my guideline all the way along there. Let's drop down and create the thickness of the timber. So from those 3 points, I'm going to drop down half a splat, again, half a splat. If I join those with a rule, it would be on the same angle as my left splat. And that's a short one, so I'll just use the splat there. Okay, so that's my piece of timber with a little square marked out where the notch will have to be cut. We'll be removing this timber, you'd be sawing it and chiseling it. But how far down should we go? It is a halving joint, so we'll draw down halfway. And from this point, halfway down. Good. Now we're going to join those two dots with a line left splat. Good. We're going to erase these ones. Doing a bit of a fix up there. Now there's a few lines missing. There's 3 lines to go in. I wonder if you can find them. They're in this area. There's one. But how long is it? Well, I'm going to copy that line over there. And if I go across at that angle, where they meet, that will be where the 3rd line is. Right there. Boom. Some end grain. It's like this piece of timber came from the very centre of a tree. That's the growth rings and medullary rays. This is an art marker. It's one way of covering a broad area quickly. So I'm indicating here the one piece of timber that goes all the way through. Now I'm firming in a cutting line, a dark line right around the outside of my drawing, and I get to tidy it up a little bit, darken in the grain, and there you go. If you enjoy this, you might be a builder, engineer, or draftsman. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, thanks, bye.